We are officially past the halfway mark for 2025 for movies, so it's time to re-rate all the movies that I watched that released in 2025 that I made a review on, either worse, better, or the same. There are some movies that released in 2025 that I watched that I didn't make a review on because I watched later in its release, like Snow White, Death of a Unicorn, etc., so I won't include those. Let's get it. This is in order of release and when I watched them. The Last Showgirl being the first movie I watched in 2025 that released in 2025. I gave this movie originally a 6 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it at a 6 out of 10. I don't plan to watch this movie again. Captain America Brave New World. I originally gave it a 6.5 to 7 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it like that. Not bad, but not great. Riff Raff. I originally gave a 7 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it at a 7 out of 10. Little funny. Novocaine. I originally gave it an 8.5 to 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it at an 8.5 out of 10. It's a fun movie. The Electric State. I originally gave it a 5.5 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it at a 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, not great. Black Bag. I originally gave it an 8.5 to 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna put it like an 8.7 out of 10. I like this movie, great cast. And you may know that Cate Blanchett is one of my favorites ever. Bob Trevino Likes It. I originally gave this movie an 8 to 8.5 out of 10. I'm gonna put it at an 8 out of 10. It's good. But be ready before watching this movie because you might cry. A Minecraft movie. I originally gave it a 5 to 6 out of 10, and I'm gonna put it at like a 5.5. It's just not great, but it had some funny moments. And Chicken Jockey! The Amateur. I originally gave it a 7.5 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it like that, maybe bump it down to a 7. It's good. Sinners. I originally gave it a 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it at a 9 out of 10. Great movie. The Surfer. I originally gave it a 6.5 to 7 out of 10, and probably keep it at a 6.5. This is a bit of a weird movie. Thunderbolts, aka The New Avengers. I originally gave it an 8.8 out of 10, and I'm gonna bump it down to an 8.5 out of 10. Still good. Fight or Flight. I originally gave it a 7.5 to 8 out of 10, and I'm gonna keep it at a 7.5. It's good action pack. Do you choose to accept this mission? Yes, Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning. I originally gave an 8 out of 10, and I'm leaving it at an 8 out of 10. It does feel a little long, but still like the action. Lilo and Stitch, the live action. I originally gave a 6.5 to 7 out of 10, and I am bumping it down to a 6 out of 10. I watched this movie early, and I had some problems with it, so once it released and a lot of other people watched it and said kind of the same problems and reminded me of them, it made me not like it as much. Karate Kid Legends. I originally gave a 5.5 to 6 out of 10, and I'm gonna leave it at a 6 out of 10. It's not bad, but not exactly what I wanted. Hi-yo! From the world of John Wick, Ballerina. I originally gave this movie an 8 out of 10, and I'm leaving it at an 8 out of 10. I like this movie, and I do plan to watch it again next week with a friend who hasn't watched it yet, so it should be fun again. Predator Killer of Killers. I originally gave this movie a 9.3 to 9.4 out of 10. Wow, and after watching it again, I'm gonna bump it down to 9 out of 10. I still like it. The live action How to Train Your Dragon. I originally gave this movie an 8 out of 10, and I'm leaving it at an 8 out of 10. One of the best live action remakes. Elio, a new Disney Pixar movie which literally releases today. I got to watch it early last week. I originally gave it a 7 out of 10, and I'm leaving it at a 7 out of 10. It's fun. F1 the movie. I got to watch it earlier this week, which releases next week. I originally gave it an 8.5 out of 10, and I'm leaving it at 8.5 out of 10. I definitely plan to watch this movie again. So that's all the re-rating of the first half of the movies of 2025. It seems like Predator, Killer of Killers, and Sinners are my two highest rated movies of 2025 so far, and that The Electric State and a Minecraft movie are my two lowest rated. Now, if I were to include Snow White, then that would be my lowest rated at like probably 2 out of 10. Now, obviously, at the end of the year, I will make videos like top 10 best movies of the year, top 10 worst movies of the year, etc. So what's your lowest rated movie of 2025 so far, and what's your favorite best rated movie of 2025 so far in the first half? Thank you for watching, and I love watching movies, I just don't love all the movies.